Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back, students, to the YouTube channel of Abdul Rafiq. So, today, as we are continuing on the topical past papers of permutations and combinations, we are doing 2022 topical past papers and precisely focusing on the word questions, okay, like alligator, needless, evergreen, activated. So currently we have the word activated here. Our previous question we have discussed another word like tomorrow, and we have worked on crocodile words as well. So let's work on the word activated and understand how the question will follow in this permutations and combinations. So here we go. For first part, we have to find the number of different arrangements of the 9 letters in the word activated for 2 marks. That is always going to be very simple and easy. And as I always mention, better always to write down on the left hand side the letters. Okay, so A, C, T, I, V, double A, again an A, then T. So 2 A's and 2 T's are the repetition in this question. Okay, and then you can check as well 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So here we go, all 9 letters are there, in which 2 A's are repetitive and 2 T's are repetitive. Okay, students, so here we go. What's going to be our answer? Very simple, sir, because there is no restrictions. Okay, this type of question is called with no restriction, students. So we are going to say, sir, just like our previous example, so we are going to say that it will be no restrictions, which means you can use 9 factorial for them, 9 factorial for the 9 letters. Okay, that is 2 times A, 2 times of T, C, I, V, E, D. So 9 factorial for all of them divided by the 2 factorial for the 2 A's, repetitive A's, and 2 factorial for the 2 repetitive T's as well. So this is going to be our very simple answer. That is 9 factorial divided by 4, that is 2 factorial and 2 factorial. So I'm getting it, students, 90,720 ways as the answer for part A. Okay, so there are 90,720 ways which the human mind and restriction, human limitation can't do this on mind. That is why we have to use permutations and combinations to get these answers. So here we go, 90,720 ways is the answer for the first part. Hope everyone gets this and clear on this. So what do you mean by 9 factorial is any letters. Okay, you can write any letters together with all of them. Let's say that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So here we go. This is just an example. I can start with V, then T, C, T, A, E, I, A, and D. So this is one way. I have done the 9 factorial ways in different, but a lot of students can do it another, a lot of thousands ways possible. That is why the answer is coming 90,720. I've just given an example. How does without restriction? There is no restriction. Everyone will be separate and every word will have its own importance. It's just that when we have repetition, we have to divide by the factorials of them. Okay, moving forward, the next part is more tricky than the first part, and then the moving forward, we have 3 parts of this question. So it's definitely a 10-mark question, so it's a huge question. Okay, so we got part B now, students, in which we have to find number of different arrangements of the 9 letters in the word activated, in which there are at least 5 letters between the 2 A's. Just a reminder, this is October-November 2022, paper 5, variant 3, that is the statistics 19709 A-level mathematics. Find the number of different arrangements of the 9 letters in the word activated. We have to find different arrangements here as well, in which there are at least 5 letters between the 2 A's. So first thing, there should be at least 5 letters between the 2 A's, and that is going to be our restriction. Okay, students, so let's start working on this, and let's see how we are going to make. So let's say if I'm starting, let's first make the possibilities. What are the possibilities? So if I'm starting A here, I need at least 5 boxes, at least 5 letters between them. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. So the minimum I need 5 letters. Okay, at least minimum I need 5 letters between them. So this is our first case. Because we know, students, total there should be 9 letters. So let's just read it out with me. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can definitely say that, sir, there can be two more here, 8 and 9. Okay, so that is the first case. That is our first example, that between the two A's there needs to be a minimum five letters difference. Okay, and that is what we are showing, and that is how A, if you are starting A with the first point, A will come here, and then two more letters, any letters. Okay, there is no restriction on T's here. Okay, there is no restriction on T's, students. Repeating the point, no restriction on T's, so T can come anywhere. Okay, we'll have to do the repetition factor here, but A's will be separate, and A, the difference between the two A's will be at least minimum 5 letters should be there, which means that this is one case. Okay, so you can say that this is, let's make a couple of more cases. Okay, so this is only case number 1. This is one possibility. Okay, then you can have another case, that is case number 2. You can give them the word, and here we go. Let's follow here. You can still start with A here. Okay, you can still start with A here, but because there is at least 5 letters, you can now leave 6 boxes here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then after the 6 letters, then the next A comes in, and then still 1 letter will be left here. Okay, so total, make sure that there are 9 letters. Okay, total, make sure there are 9 boxes that you are filling, 9 spaces that you are accommodating. Okay, students, so here we go. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8 and 9, and here in the next one as well, the same way, that first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8 and 9th way. Okay, then another possibility is also there that students need to understand. Let's call this case 3, and this will be again very simple, starting with A, but then you can leave now 7 boxes between them as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the A will come in. So because they are giving us very clear understanding that there should be minimum 5 letters gap between them, students. So here we go, follow carefully in the highlighter. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letter gap difference here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letter gap difference here. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 7 letter gap difference here. And still they are making 8 and the 9th letter. Okay, 7th, 8th, 9th letter, 7th, 8th, and 9th letter. Okay, so hope everyone is getting it, that all of them is getting correct. Okay, now apart from these 3 cases, there is also the possibility, first thing, establish that I was starting with A. Okay, I can start the next, leaving first letter and then starting with A as well. Okay, so students need to understand that, but before that, let's try to get the answer. Okay, how are you going to write it? Okay, so because all of them will be same. Okay, all of the answers will be same, so just we have to find one of them. Okay, so how do you find that? Follow in the color. Okay, this is fixed. Okay, and this is their fixed place. Okay, I'm assuming that these are their fixed places, so that is basically 1C1 or 1P1. Okay, so these places are fixed. Okay, so what is left is basically how many options? The options that are left is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and because there is no restriction, students, we are going to say that we are going to write 7 factorial in the numerator, because any of the remaining 7 letters, as I've said, that this always helps. So any of the remaining 7 letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, any of the 7 letters can occupy any place. And then because you have 2 factorial, you'll have to divide for the 2 t's because of the repetition. Okay, so that is the answer here as well for the first case. And when you have all 3 cases similar, you can just say there are 3 cases, so you multiply that with the 3. Okay, you are going to multiply that with 3. Whatever the answer comes from this, students, you can multiply by that by 3, because there are 3 similar cases and you will get the same answer. Okay, you can try again on your own as well. So there are, let's do it again with the blue color. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 differences, 7 spaces between. 7 factorial divide by 2 factorial for the 2 t's, because 2 is the repetitive. Okay, so this is one case, this is one example. Okay, we have more as well. Let's do it this way. Case number 4, I can say that I'm leaving the first one blank and starting with A now here. Okay, if I'm starting with A here, again minimum I need to leave 5 spaces, so I'm leaving 5 spaces. The A will come here, and then how many is done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9th one is going to come there. Okay, so this is case number 4, and we can say this will be case number 5 as well. Starting with starting with A again here, and you can leave more spaces now, 1 2 3 4 5 6 spaces, so you will end, the last letter will be A. Okay, so these two cases again represents that this is also possible, because it says at least 5, so you can go more than 5, you can go 5 6 7, maximum is 7. In this case maximum will be 6. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 letters gap, 1 2 3 4 5 6 letters gap here. Okay students, and then total letters, make sure students you are following this, total letters should be 9. Okay, let me do the highlighter for everyone. Total letters should be 9. Okay, total letters should be 9, all of them. If you will follow carefully and stop the video and write it down, this you will understand that sir was correct. Total letters in all my cases are 9. Okay, so again all of them you'll give the same answer, because you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so 7 factorial divided by 2 factorial. Now this time there are 2 cases, so multiply by 2, so it's all the same thing. Okay, so let me do the final case now. Are there any more cases possible? Yes sir, there is one more case possible, that is starting with 2 letters leaving in the front. Okay, when you leave 2 letters in the front and then you go 1 2 3 4 5, and then you get the 6th one, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, this also matches. Okay, but this will be only one case, because you have 2 steps. This will be a gap of 5 ones again. Okay, this will be a gap of again 5 ones. So these are all the cases. If you try another one, this will not be possible, because you will not be able to have a difference of 5, because this will make 10 letters. Okay, if you see, this will make 10 letters, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So this will not be able to possible, because minimum you need a gap of 5, and that is why this is giving a gap of 5. Okay, let me write down as well for students understanding. This will be gap of 5. Okay, this will be gap of 6. Okay, this will be gap of 5 again. Okay, this is a gap of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, gap of 7, that's the only one possible, gap of 5, and gap of 6 differences, 6 letter differences. Okay, so what eventually you can do students, because all of them will have the same answers, you're going to say 7 factorial. For the 7, any distinct letters can choose their places, divided by the 2 factorial for the 2 t's. Okay, in each case, and this is answer for one case. You multiply them by 6, because you have 6 different cases, each of them will give the same answer, and that is what will be our final answer. Let's do the calculator here. 7 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 6, I am getting this as 15,120 ways are possible, in which we are saying that there is at least 5 letters gap difference between the 2 A's. So my answer is matching with the marking scheme, and hope everyone gets it. 15,120 ways. As I said, it's just practice. Okay, the more you practice, the more this type of questions, the gap questions, how many exactly letters fit between 2 alphabets. So this question is basically called, when you have a fixed requirement between the 2 letters, you have to have a gap or something like this. Okay, like a boy can sit with a girl, or a girl can sit, and people questions. Okay, so that is part A, and part B done. Part A was very simple, we have to basically discuss the very simple without restrictions. Part B had the restriction that there are at least 5 letters between the 2 A's, and that's what we have done as well. We are getting 6 cases here. A couple of them are with a gap of 5. You can have a gap of 6 as well. You can have a gap of 7. You cannot have a gap of 8 letters. It's very common sense, students. Why there is not a possible gap of 8 letters? Because total letters are only 9. Okay, because total letters are 9, which indicates that out of the total 9 letters, 2 of them are A and A, so which indicates that you are left with 7 letters. So the gap can be only maximum 7. Okay, the maximum gap can be 7. And first thing, you will start with the top A, the first letter should be A, and then you try more options. So I got more options, that first letter leave, and then starts with A, and then leave the 2 letters that start and get another value. That was also possible. Okay, so make sure, try to make all the cases. Okay students, so here we go. Moving forward, our next is basically part C, that says that we have 5 letters are selected at random from the 9 letters in the word activated for 5 marks. We have to find the probability. So very important understanding and concept. Now we have to find the probability in this question where 5 letters are selected at random from the 9 letters in the word activated, okay? And the selection should not contain more t's than a, okay? So it's a very important point, which means that you, as I said, that your English should be good at as well to understand the question. The selection does not contain more t's than a's means that you can have more a's, okay? Let me write it down. You can have more a's than t, okay? That's easily available. You can have more a's than t's, okay? That's completely acceptable. You can have same of both. You can have this. You can have same of both as well, okay? Both same a's and both same t's as well, okay? So this is possible. This is possible. What is not possible is more t's is not possible, okay? More t's is not possible. So that is very important, that more t's are not possible than a. You can also have no t's as well, okay? So let's start working on this. A lot of 5 marks means a lot of marks, okay? But first thing will be you find out the denominator, because we have to do probability. So probability asks for the denominator, and denominator will be, because we have to select 5 letters from the 9 letters. So denominator will be 9C5. From any of the 9 letters, you choose any 5 letters, students. So this is coming 126 ways, okay? So the denominator, the total possible outcomes are 126 available. This is going to be called, students, total possible outcomes, okay? This one is going to be called total possible outcomes. Hope everyone gets this. It is going to be called total possible outcomes because this is 9C5. Total are 126 possible ways, okay? In the denominator, out of any 9 letters, you can choose any 5 of them. Now, coming to the numerator part, this was denominator. For numerator, we have to be very careful how many options are possible, so we'll have to write them down, okay? So let's quickly start. So I'll start with that it's possible to have 2 A's, and let's start with 2 A's, and you can have 2 A's and both of the T's, okay? As I said that you can have 2 A's and 2 T's, so let's start with that. So if you are taking 2 A's and 2 C's, I'll always prefer, again, students, you write down the words activated, ACTTIVATED. So this is the words, okay? And if you have chosen 2 A's and 2 T's, okay, so you are choosing 2 A's and both the T's, which means, students, that it's going to be, because you have to choose 5, so it will be 2 A's. For 2 A's, you're going to say 2C2, and for the 2 T's, you're going to say out of the 2 T's, you have selected both T's, okay? 2C2 means out of 2 T's, you have selected both T's. 2C2 for the A's means that you have selected both A's as well, okay, students? And then the remaining 5 will, the remaining 5 letters, these are like these. Let me highlight. The remaining 5 letters are C, I, V, E, D. So out of these 5 letters, you're going to select only one. So it will be 5C1. So this first answer will be 5 ways possible, okay? So that is the first answer, 2 A's and 2 T's, and you get 5 answers as well, okay? 5 ways possible. Next one, 2 A's, 2 T's done. So now you can say that 2 A's and only 1 T, because A's can be more. So only 1 T. So it's going to be, sir, make sure the end makes up 5, okay? Make sure the end makes up 5. That is very important. 2 plus 2, 4. So you're choosing 5 letters only, okay? Then again, both of the 2's will come in. Both of the A's will come in. Only 1 T will come in now. And you will have to choose from the remaining C, I, V, E, D. You have to choose remaining 2 from there, okay? So 5C2 is 10 and 10 2's is 20. So according to me, this answer should be coming as 20 ways, students, okay? Hope students are getting this, how I'm finding out. From C, I, V, E, D, these are 5 letters available. I will have to choose the last one, that is others available. Let me write down as well, others available. So I'm choosing the remaining of them, okay? 2 A's, 1 T done. Then you can have same of both. So you can also have, sir, 2 A's and 0 T's, okay? So you can also have 2 A's because only 0 T's, okay? So you can have 2 A's. So again, you will choose both of the 2 A's, so 2C2, and now you're choosing no T's, which means 2C0, you're not choosing anything. And then you will have to choose all remaining 3 letters, because total, as I said, students, total you have to choose 5 letters. So eventually it should match, okay? Eventually it should match. So here we go. 5C3 is also 10. And I think this answer will also be 10 ways, okay? So 5C3 is 10 and remaining is 1 and 1. So 10 times 1 times 1 is 5C3 is 10, okay? So hope everyone gets this. 2 A's, 2 T's. There are more possible options as well. Similarly, we can say that there's a possibility of 1a and 1t as well. Okay, there's a possibility of 1a and 1t. You can have the same number of t's and a. So when you are going to go for 1a, so you'll choose any of the 2a's, you'll choose 1a. Any of the t's, you will choose 1t, and then you have to choose again from the remaining 3. From the remaining 5, you will have to choose 3. That is, remaining 5 are C, I, V, E, D. You will have to choose 3 from there. So 5C3 is 10, 2C1 is 2. So 2 times 10 will be 2 to the 4, 4 tens are 40. So this will be called as 40 ways. Okay, students, let's see if we have further more possibilities. So this will be 40 ways coming from this. Then also the possibility is there. Now this is, a lot of students will be able to get these, okay, but the more tricky ones are now coming. Okay, you can also say that you can choose, if you can choose 2 A's and 0 T, so you can also choose 1 A and 0 T. Okay, these type of questions are very important. We'll solve more questions, students, so make sure follow. Again, 2C1, out of the 2 A's you choose 1, you don't choose any T's. Okay, and then you have to choose 4 from the remaining 5. Okay, from C, I, V, E, D, you have to choose 4 from that, because as I mentioned, total should always be, you will have to choose definitely 5 selections. Okay, there's all working for the numerator. So 5C4 is 5 and 2 5s is 10. So again, the answer comes as, students, 10 ways as well here. Okay, hope students are getting this as well. And the last one, there will be one that you choose no A's and you choose no T's as well. Okay, there's also a possibility, because selection, the only restriction is this, that the selection will not contain more T's than A. Okay, and in all my possibilities there are no more T's than A's. So there is a possibility that you can choose, you don't choose any A's, you don't choose any T's, you directly choose the remaining 5, you give them priority, and it will be 5C5 choosing all of them. So that will be one way, and this will be one way possible as well. Okay, so we got 6 answers, and the 6 answers are there. This is all of them, students. This comes only with practice. So just add 20 plus 5 is 25, 25 plus 10 is 35, 35 plus 40 is 75, 75 plus 10 is 85, 85 plus 1 is 86 ways. And here we go, the answer comes up 86 ways as the numerator, and the probability you can write now is going to be, the probability is going to be the 86 over 126. Okay, so the probability is going to be 86 divided by 126 ways. You can simplify and get the final answer. That is going to be 86 divided by total 126 ways. That is coming as 43 over 63. Okay, or you can write in decimals as well. Better to give the answer in a fraction form. Okay, so I'll keep it here. That is going to be our answer. Okay, but you can give in fraction as well. And that's how we complete October November 2022 paper 5 variant 3 question. That was a tricky one, with all the parts collaborating and giving up 10 marks to the examiner. That is in a nutshell how does permutation and combination looks like for this question. Okay, students, thank you. Make sure to subscribe to get more videos on permutation combinations.